Trad wives are the worst. Watching Shionhead's video on the subject, I feel we're in for an absolute treat here. Bye, Papa Meat.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're gonna talk about women. I love women. I like the new merch that we have. Look at this. You know why I love women? Because they read smutty books like this. Remember this?
Nice.
Got the nice Book of Evil, Book of Smut. You got icebreakers up there. You got Thorn of whatever and fucking condolences and all that stuff. But today we're talking about women. Nowadays, women have more freedom than ever before. You know what? I'm gonna stand by it. God, are the days of wives being confined to strict and narrow expectations of the nuclear family, right? Everyone just shake your head in unison. And this is an amazing thing, ladies and gentlemen, as most men see marriage as an equal partnership where both of them have equal say in how to navigate life together. Yeah. Back in the day, however, relationships had a strange hierarchy to them, where the man was the head of the household. He brought home the money, while the woman tended to the housework and watched the kids. How the good times are gone. Strangely enough, many men have grown to miss these old school traditions. They believe that this was the way things were meant to be. You think that most women would detest going back to this era of powerlessness, right? But no, you may be surprised to find out that there is a growing community of women that openly promote and glamorize the traditional lifestyle. And these people, these fucking cockroaches, are referred to as trad wives or traditional wives. There are a lot of strange characters on this side of the internet, so let's dive right in.
Yes, even Margie found that she could learn to cook.
What's wrong with being?
Well, Margie, as it turns out, that's the 4th turkey this week you've burnt. Maybe we need to take you on down to the doctor there, and the doctor might have to take you to one of them institutions. Wow, Kip, that got dark really quick. Yeah, the past was the worst. Simon Whistler TM. Oh, I hate it.
A trad wife.
Dude, you know what? If a woman wants to fucking cook and clean and stop that yapping, who am I to say no? Wish my wife was a trad wife.
Hunter, she can hear
If
you.
I say it loud enough, I hope she does hear it.
My wife was a trad wife.
I just broke my wrist. Just kidding. Can you imagine that? But first, where did this resurgence come from, right? Why are people fucking being Marty McFly and wanting to go back in time to that, era? If you had the machine, would you fuck your mom from the past?
What?
No. No. What? I don't want to let that. Okay, I have to let the intrusive thought win here because, oh my god, if I don't, people are going to assume it's a lot worse than it actually is. Something about something Dianne Feinstein or whatever her name was being an absolute fossil to having a conversation. I was having a conversation one day and someone was like, well, back in her youth, she was a real spitfire. To which the intrusive thought was, I don't know, some people would probably Dianne Feinstein. There, that is the intrusive thought. I had to get it out so you didn't assume it was going to get weird. It already is weird. Let's not make it weirder.
Exactly. See, exactly. He did this. That's how I know it's real. You gave me a little Tom and Jerry.
She watches these videos.
She watches these videos. This is Nick's mom. He says a lot of crazy things when you're not looking. Many believe that the trad wife aesthetic is linked to the girl bossification of feminism in the mid-2010s, emphasizing female empowerment. Women were encouraged to climb up the corporate ladder and make a name for themselves without depending on men. Over time, there became a romanticized depiction of the earlier era, where on the surface, everything seemed much more simple. Of course, back then it was much more doable for one man to make enough money to purchase a house and provide for the entire family, right? Those days are gone, all right?
Where's the back in my day? Back in my day, we had to go uphill both ways barefoot to get to elementary school, okay? We didn't have any of that damn there trigonometry or whatever things you youngins have nowadays. We had to work for our dollars. Can I do the Randy Pitchford of back in my day? Something games costed money. If you're a real Borderlands fan, make it work. Randy Pitchford, you're not really not really pulling the whole Steve Buscemi. Hello there, fellow kids. Hello there, fellow teens. You're kind of going the full on like aggressive boomer, and it's kind of cringe. I don't know how they let you in on the direct.
Working at a glue factory at the age of 18 and be able to buy a house, that's gone. That's not coming back, right?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. You're being like, we're a Crayola family. We do nothing but make crayons.
And eat them. I agree. The blue tastes really good.
That's gone. We don't do that anymore. Wipe all the liberal tears. Women that yearned for this era had begun making content where they showed off their traditional lifestyle. Visually, they would dress straight out of the 50s, cook food from scratch, clean their home, and push their traditional ideals.
Barefoot and pregnant.
Barefoot and pregnant. Want that bumper sticker. Ironically, most of the trad wife influencers we're going to be talking about today are making tons of money off their content. Not so trad after all. IMO, TTYL, G2G.
IDK my BFF Rose. I see what you're doing here. I see it. I'm in.
You gotta make money somehow as a trad wife.
Somehow. It's definitely not only fan.
Only trads.
Only trads.
Only
Why is
trads!
that not a thing, dude? Only trads, and it's just like fucking cooking recipes and shit, but they're top.
Quick, somebody trademark that. Papa me, trademark that. You can do it. You can sell the domain off.
Topless. There's all over them.
Actually, wait a minute. That might actually be illegal. I think squatting is actually a crime.
You gotta cut that part. These are one of many reasons that people view trad wife content as a completely unrealistic, fetishized depiction of the era. One that caters to the male fantasy of control and submission. I hate that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we all hate it. Right, Jacob?
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
He said, yeah.
Yeah.
When he said Jason, I unironically thought we were going to hear Boxy Brown from Aqua Teen. Just be like, what the hell did you say to me? Nothing, Boxy.
Now, to get a better idea of some of these trad wives in action, we're going to take a look at 3 of the most prominent trad wife influencers. Just so I can get a little peek. That's not bad. Just so I can wrap my head around it. I could also probably be taken in a different light, huh?
You know what? Some people would be into that, though. Some people would absolutely, they'd be into it. Okay, you could market yourself as a contortionist.
Head around it.
Oh, something.
I just want to have a look.
Let's see what's going on.
Let's see what's happening with SDC Williams, who is a 26-year-old trad wife TikToker that posts videos of her cooking and cleaning with a heavily 50s aesthetic. I do.
God, she looks like Marilyn Monroe.
A little bit.
I'll tell you, I'm glad we're not going back to that time music. They probably listen to Christmas music just all year, right?
Oh my God, that is the fastest way to drive me insane. I will actually jump out the window. Legally, that is not me saying I will do that, nor should that be taken as me actually doing the thing, YouTube.
I like the 50s Fallout aesthetic.
That's all. It always comes back to that, doesn't it?
It's like New Vegas. Is it like New Vegas?
Anything and everything.
You like my car?
Yeah, it's a nice car.
Yeah, it reminds me of New Vegas.
Like it's a Chevy Volt.
Yeah, it's like New Vegas.
Anyways, she's married to a man named Connor. And apparently, the two of them spent several hours on their first date bonding over the idea of traditional marriage. I gotta say, that's a strong first date conversation. How you doing, Uncle?
Look, to be fair, better than the dude. Like I told this story. I was at the sushi place. Homeboy was, I guess, on the first date with the girl across from him, and like he was talking about what was he talking about? Not collectivization. What? My brain is oddly Soviet today. I don't know what's going on with that. No, he was talking about like some socio-economic policy in regards to. I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna say adjacent socialism, and I'm just like, bro, this is date 1, bro. How? What is happening here? Okay, like I just modern dating confuses me. I don't understand it. I guess that's just how you have first dates now. I guess this is just how this works.
I love traditional marriages.
Oh my God, me too.
You want to sit here for 2 hours and talk about it? Yeah. This is a little bit weird. You're gonna wear a dress. I planned on it. Okay, good. Guess I shouldn't accuse him of being a wife beater. That's not what I'm saying. According to a segment they had on Dr. Phil, because yes, they went on Dr. Phil.
Oh my God, please, Dr. Phil, I need you to just go away. Can you just never come back? please.
Connor believes that men are born to be leaders.
Amen, brother.
Oh, the amount of men who I've seen who are easily whipped by women in their lives. Let's put it that way. There have been some men that I'm like, wow, you do not have a leadership role bone in your body. It's been really funny. That is an overgeneralization.
Hey, Connor, you know what? Semper Fi, brother. You're fucking right. Hell yeah. Sometimes she'll post videos about the things that the two of them practice in their marriage. And among them, she explains that, 1, her husband always gets the final say.
What's wrong with that?
How do I implement this in my life, dude? 2, neither of them have opposite sex friendships, as it opens the door to potential affairs. Fair.
I don't want my girl hanging out with other men.
Yeah, dude. Last time my girl hung out with, well, besides, so Allison has the guy that comes over.
Yeah.
But once again, I have my Steam Deck. I go in the other room. It's totally
No, he's got that Sneeko chair probably in the room at least, right?
fine. Actually, I just got this PS2 thing. I'll tell you.
Nice, dude.
And lastly, she submits and serves her husband the way it is explained in the Bible. Bible.
That's pronounced the Bible. Are you question the mighty Jimmy?
Bible. My bad. Also, I want to say so far, who cares? If you want your husband to get the final say, who gives a shit? Listen, guys, I'm a fucking little pussy whipped hound. You think I can never overpower anything with Allison? No, dude. I'm a cuck.
Hey, nothing wrong with
Mood.
No.
that. Are you okay?
Yeah. Online, people have theorized that this is all a facade, an attempt to grow a platform by catering content to conservative men, which let me tell you, dollar bills, right?
Nothing wrong with any of this, really.
Let me ask you this realistically. Do you think that any of that's wrong?
As long as no one's getting beaten.
Yeah, if it was somewhere she's just like, man, he could slap me around and I can't say anything about it, sweetie. Just no bruises on the eyes this time. Like that, I'd be like, well, what are we doing?
Unless she likes being beaten.
I don't.
Okay. But see, here's the part that people don't like to have about those conversations, and this is the not necessarily closet, but this is the back brain Kip coming to the front at this point. Look, when people don't know what a safe word is, and people don't know how to engage safely with certain things, they have no business engaging in that type of practice. Let's be real. I get it. Some people want to get a little rough. Some people want to get a little dominant and submissive. I totally get that. However, you have to make sure you're doing it in a safe and respectful capacity. Everything needs to be consensual. Everything needs to be communicated, especially if you're dealing with anything in regards to, say, sensory deprivation, movement deprivation, tying people up, physical inflictions, we'll put it that way, whether by hand or by implement, right? Especially if there's lasting marks that can be received. Look, you got to make sure you're doing your homework on that. You got to make sure that everything is on board. And because I know a lot of people don't understand that, they shouldn't be engaging in that type of behavior to begin with. Just, oh my God, bro, please. The amount of people who don't know what a safe word is actually makes me like, bro, I don't understand it. How am I some anime VTuber on the internet and understand more about this than people who have active, like, redacted lives, right? I don't understand this. Like, this completely confuses my brain. I mean, also, like, yeah, they're on the correct point here. We're like, if it grows a platform and it's not harming anybody, that's fine. It's like, well, the company is only insert company here. Company is only concerned with profit. It's a company. It likes profit. It likes money. Is that not how companies work? Oh, we want to talk about extracting the most value, disrespecting their customers, and quarter over quarter, profit over profit line go up. Now we have a discussion here, right? That's a difference there. If someone wants to be a tradwife, fucking go for it. Like, go for it. They want the feel of it, right? But they don't want, the physical domestic altercations that come with that. I think that's fair across the board. I think it's a pretty reasonable common sense approach to that, right? So if somebody wants a more traditional nuclear family situation with pre-established gender roles, okay, sure, go for it. Have fun with it. Are you adults? Are you respectful to each other? Do you communicate? Is it all consensual? Cool. Why should I care? Why should anyone care? I don't have these conversations enough.
I don't even know in a world where I'm like, do we even then, I don't. Let's say I'm passing her at a grocery store. Oh my God, are you okay? No, I wanted this. I'd be like,
No.
Well, what if it's a, a bed thing?
to punch somebody in the face?
Well, rough
Listen,
love.
hey, I get it, dude. Rough hanky panky. I get it. But I'm saying, punch in the face, fat lip. He's a great lover. Eyes swollen shut, looking like fucking Rocky.
No.
Cut it. Cut it. You have to cut it so she can see.
No.
As long as it's consensual, man.
Okay. You know what? More power to you. I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm just saying. Listen, we're just putting it out there. Throwing it out, seeing what comes back. I don't know.
I think it's empowering to give the woman the option if they want this type of...
If she wants me to beat the shit out of them, that's very...
So as it turns out, consent goes both ways, right? That's a fun one that people like to forget. So let's hypothetically say, I don't know, boss ass lady person, whoa man, if you will, is like, Kip, I want you to do this, okay? I, as an individual in the situation, can still say, hell no, I'm going to go in the other room and go play on my laptop. I'm going to go do anything else other than that. Consent is a two-way street. As it turns out, one person could like things incredibly rough. The other could have reservations about doing things incredibly rough, right? That's where you get into, okay, well, I mean, sure, let's maybe try to explore this, see if, we'll see if I can convince you otherwise. I mean, it gets into a weird territory because on one hand, yes, a no is a firm no, right? Absolutely. So if whoa man in the room, right, was like, Kip, do this. No. Cool. And all that's it. No discussion to be had. Now, at later junctures, later, conversations, we can talk about it. Or even right then and there, like, what's wrong? Like, look, I'm into this. I know you're not into this. I want to be respectful of this. Let's talk about this. What? And then you can work through it, right? Now, there is a difference when, like, well, I ask you to do this. You've asked me to do a couple things. I think it would only be fair. Now you're starting to get into manipulation, right? So there's nuance there where at the end of the day, no means no. You may have conversations regarding the subject, and even then you can try to gauge where each other's at if both parties consent and feel comfortable to it. Sure, why not do some, consensual non-con? Go for it. Long as and that's why you get into safe words, etc., right? Like, there is a line that gets crossed when anybody tries to manipulate, undermine, or try to twist into, well, no means yes. That's a huge red flag. And something that I'm personally just not into. I will tell you the thing. Other people will tell you the thing. But the moment you try to twist it and you try to further your own goals, because say you really wanted that, that rough play situation, and someone wasn't going to give you the rough play situation, right? Like, that is a dick move, all things considered, to try to manipulate somebody into doing the thing, right? This is pretty common sense. I've broken it down to the funny alphabet blocks. I think we can all get on board with that. Talk about things. Yes, that's fine. Things can change later, but the expectation should not be that things will change later. If someone's not into rough play, especially because maybe it triggers actual medical definition, a certain part of their brain or certain things they've gone through, hey, cool. Don't bring it up again. Or like, that's a valid reason to not do the thing. It's almost like there's a whole other thing. Many, many, many books and many, many websites have material on that you could do instead. I'm gonna be off my soapbox.
That's big of you, dude. You want me to beat the hell out of you? While some creators have been incredibly successful at delivering the traditional aesthetic in a way that many can buy into, others, however, are grifters that are less subtle. Much like Lily Gaddis, the most aggressive trad wife.
Is that self-proclaimed aggressive?
I hope it is. Lily Gaddis is a self-described trad wife who went viral after posting a TikTok rant, cooking a meal while complaining about how certain guys falsely claim that women are gold diggers.
I couldn't care less about your fucking money, okay?
And in the video, she casually drops the N-bomb. She says, I don't know if it's because you get your information from street interviews and, like, Miami, you're getting the opinion of some dumb whores and, immigrants fresh off the boat looking for a green card. Everybody I know who's married right now, they're married to broke-ass
Men.
men.
Why do we keep supporting these people? Why? I have to question that, right? Like, dude, like, look, no, don't get me wrong. I have my own faults. I'm fairly aggressive in a lot of capacities. I'm aware of my faults. I don't think I'm this bad. I don't think I am. And it's just, I don't know. It breaks my brain that like behavior like this is actively rewarded. That blows my mind.
I can't say the word, nor have I ever. Which I would say,
Hey, Papa Meat, Xbox 360 chat got leaked. How you feel about that? To which someone says, "How do you feel about that, Kip?" Xbox 360 chat's being leaked. Oh, now I got to go through two. I had to go through two stingers. It was a gag to try to end stream, but yeah, no, like that's. Those Xbox chats can never be leaked. No, sir.
The last one. Listen, there's a thing about like, if you want to dress up like you're from 1955 and be like, I just want to stay home and cook and clean and I love my husband and I respect, like, I serve him. You can even be like, I can even go that far. I serve him. More power to you.
Right?
Cool.
That rant right there. I'm gonna say no shot on that one. All right. Yeah, that's a little something.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Oh, oh, oh no, oh no, papi. No bueno. You gotta be breaking out that Spanish.
Picture this. You're home alone when suddenly the worst happens. You have no one to run to, no one to
Is this a Life Alert commercial? This is the sickest Life Alert commercial I've seen in recent memory.
yell to. You're all alone.
He's just gonna turn around and leave.
This could have been easily avoided with the Meat Canyon Patreon, where you get behind-the-scenes posts,
Amazing!
monthly stickers, and support one of YouTube's most beloved channels.
Should have signed up to the Patreon.
Please, for your own safety, consider signing up to the Meat Canyon Patreon.
But she later
You know people are gonna get super sensitive to that one, and that was funny.
goes on to reveal her ideal man, which is
Broke mechanics and surfer hippie dudes.
Okay.
Who just want to live in a shack and surf and have babies.
the ideal man.
Sure.
Materialistic. She's
Not
like the Buddha.
materialistic. If anything, less materials the better. Broke mechanic. Yeah, he has nothing. He's good with his hands. Oh. He knows how to fix things. Huh? People in the comments were quick to make fun of the insane amount of seasoning she was aimlessly dumping onto her dish, while others pointed out that she had just used multiple stereotypes in a video about hurtful female stereotypes. Which I want to say this: how dare they? How dare they just throw out that she's just throwing on random seasonings, dude?
Yeah, it's her dish.
The white cuisine is full of flavor, as we know, right? Show a picture of a nice white cuisine. God, I feel so racist
What?
charged as being like a white dish, doesn't it?
A little.
What are the whites?
What was it? I had a buddy. He was talking about food to eat when you're like trying to do gains and stuff like that, like eating healthy and stuff. And he's just like, yeah, no, a clean white fish. And I'm like, me and someone just like over the Discord call, like, what did you just say? Yeah, no, a clean white fish, like a tilapia. We're sitting there like, no way, bro. So unironically, if you hear me saying a reaction, oh, it's just a clean white fish. That's what I'm referencing. It's not weird. It's a point of conversation about eating healthy in fish like tilapia in comparison to fish like salmon or like, other like redfish. Oh my God, yes.
Cooking.
Oh,
That's a honky dish if I've ever seen one. Does the honk meme, does that do anything for you? You don't like it?
a little bit.
Reminds me of goose.
Are you drunk? What kind of response? Reminds me of Goose.
It reminds me of Untitled Goose Game. That just makes sense.
What's that clear liquid you're drinking? Swatter. Reminds me of Goose. It reminds me of the trash bird. After this video blew up, she ended up losing her job, which is to be expected, seeing as the company she worked for is operated by a black woman. And she said,
Married to broke ass.
bleep it. Losing her job didn't matter at this point because she decided to
Oh my God, no. Oh, honey. Oh, sweetie, no. Don't. Oh God, that hurts. I hate everything about that. I'm very specifically staring at the handgun just jammed into. I'm not gonna do it today. I'm not gonna rant on female pockets. I'm not gonna rant.
Decided to fully.
I'm not gonna rant on women's pockets today. I've already done that ad nauseum. I hate women's pockets. Oh my God, how do you fit stuff in there? How do women's pockets make sense? They don't. That's the thing. It doesn't make sense. I hate them. Oh, God. Oh. Feeling some Anakin rage unleashing there.
Embrace her extreme character, and the audience that she garnered really took a liking to it. She started to blame her firing on the woke mob. Not a bad mob to point fingers at. Even making a fake apology video, doubling down on her original statements. Roll that clip.
All the backlash just really made me just really do a deep dive, like do a soul search. And after all that, I still couldn't find a care.
Oh my God, she's dumb too. Ah, I see what's going on here. Something 1A protects you from the government, okay? If you start throwing around that N-word, as it turns out, last I checked, businesses, they're private. So, yeah, pretty sure we have plenty of precedent that if you say some dumb shit, you will just get fired.
Cute. She began appearing on interviews on platforms like InfoWar and started a social media career parading herself as a free speech activist. Nowadays, while her Twitter sits at 230,000 followers, her actual content has...
This is why I can't take the 1A argument seriously, because this is the person who just ruins it for me. This is the person who's just like... negative IQ status.
dwindled in views severely. Oh my God.
She's not hip. She fell off.
Dude, you know what I would do? Double down even more.
That's what you gotta do. Call out again.
Call out again. And then also with the tried wife's lifestyle, I'm saying go like a Little House on the Prairie with
I can
it.
see that,
I'm
yeah.
hiring a guy to record me from the woods. You just see her like out there like cutting wood and shit, making pies in the middle of nowhere. That'd be kind of cool.
You put a bunch of trail cams.
Yeah, she looks like a deer and like and like the night vision.
Churning butter.
Yeah.
I hate that noise.
Yeah, here's a twig
great.
snap. But now let's talk about one of the most successful trad wife influencers, Nara Smith. Nara Smith is an influencer with over 11 million TikTok followers. Okay? 11 mil. More than me. More than a lot of people. More than most, Nick. She's a 23-year-old woman who makes content primarily focused around cooking food from scratch for her family, typically with soothing ASMR-like voice.
I started by combining some almond flour, maple syrup, coconut oil, and some tapioca flour.
Audio is boosted too much for my liking. Not gonna do it. It might be how TikTok. So actually uploading to YouTube and TikTok, I feel like there's a different audio codec because I'll balance things for YouTube, but the moment it goes to TikTok, it feels like it's way too loud for what I balance it on YouTube. Like, it could just be how encoding works. This would drive me nuts though.
We're cooking person. Is this a trad wife? Really?
Yeah.
Her creations can range from simple things like pizza or tuna sandwiches to more bizarre ones like bubblegum and sunscreen.
So this is the thing, people criticize her, where it's just like, I think it took her like 12 hours to make bubblegum or something.
So? There's a Hubba Bubba down at the store. Why make...
And then just go buy the Hubba Bubba. Like this... I hate these arguments, bro. It's like, well, you know, you could have just bought that. It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I could have bought a legally distinct medieval smashing implement miniature pre-painted. Okay. Yeah, I could have. Why? When I could go paint legally distinct medieval smashing weapon miniature, well, I could just paint one of those myself, right? Like, it just makes sense. Like, it's about the time and effort you put into the thing.
if it's going to take 12 hours.
It's more of who has the time, unless you, you know.
They trad wives. That's the appeal. And you know, I think a lot of these fucking lazy bums are like, even if I had 12 hours, I'm not making that with fucking bubble gum, dude. And I bet you anything the bubble gum tastes like shit, but you know what? They made it from scratch. But therefore, you're like, I'm powering through. Hubba Bubba can suck my dick. But I will still be buying juicy fruit. Oh, absolutely.
I feel that.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh God, I kind of want some juicy fruit now. Yeah, I want some juicy fruit.
The gum.
Oh.
What's the zebra gum?
You do not tell me you like fruit stripe gum, dude.
Excuse you? What's wrong with fruit stripe gum? Okay, I want to hear what's wrong with the fruit stripes.
Stripe gum has flavor for like 2 seconds and then it's fucking gone. But I like that one, and it hurts my jaw after a while.
He's not wrong about the flavor, actually. I will still eat some funny zebra gum. I would still do it. Yes, I did say eat. Don't at me.
Both Nara and her husband, 26-year-old Lucky Blue Smith, are models. They got married after only 6 months, and now Nara has had 3 children. Oddly named, which is kind of rude to say, oddly named. They're freaks, Rumble Honey, Slim Easy, and Whimsy Lou, giving birth for the first time at only 18 years old. And you know what? When I said a Little House on the Prairie, I meant it. As long as we don't go back to where like 46-year-old guys are just like, you're my 12-year-old bride. Like that.
I'm pretty sure that's unfortunately legal in Idaho. Dude, I bag on this state constantly. Whenever I hop on stream with Baka, we bag on this state constantly. There's some. I don't like this state. Let's put it that way. I don't like some of the laws here. Something about 18. 18's no lower than 18. Preferably no lower than 21. How can I talk to you about HELOCs, IRAs, and investments if you're not at least 21? Okay, I just gotta say it. What 18-year-old is going to want to talk about investment opportunities, okay? Not like I'm trying to sell someone, but actually talking about economics and stuff, okay? It just doesn't happen.
I kid you no deal. You are my child bride. You remember that one?
Oh, I haven't seen that
It's so good. It's like songs of old.
You are my child.
Awful. Shout out Trevor Moore. Big dogs up in heaven. Miss you, Trevor. Lucky also had a daughter from a previous relationship named Gravity Blue. Why does any of this feel relevant? Are we just making fun of our children? Yeah. I just want to say, Nick, who wrote the hurtful. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna put that on you. Whatever. I'm not here to make fun of the kids. I think we're just saying it's kind of odd. I think that it's just setting up precedents to be like, she's making bubblegum for 12 hours and she's naming kids Gravity Blue and Whimsy Lou and Tammy Tim. We're getting a full picture here, all right? You name whatever I was thinking about naming my son when we have one. His name Cotton.
Oh, like King of the Hill.
Cotton Hancock. That's what we were thinking.
I had a buddy I used to work with. I haven't spoken to him in years. He named his son Ganon after, Ganon from a certain series that begins with a Z.
Wife wanted to name our daughter Billy, aka, do we live on a plantation? I'm not sure. We might. Who knows? Okay. I'm gonna take him down the bayou so he has a French Southern accent. Ooh, it is hotter than Malaya. It's hotter than the devil's tank down here. The sweat rolling down my back like molasses.
Yeah.
You can just choose to leave that in or cut that out. I don't think that really adds anything to the video, but please, who's editing this?
I give it to Jono.
Yeah. Come on, buddy.
No, I'm glad that he kept it in.
Throw me a bone here, buddy. While her content gives off the trad wife aesthetic, she does not often promote the same 1950s style gender roles and has clarified to reporters that she considers herself a working mother. So that's what I mean. Can a fucking person not make 12-hour bubblegum? Is she really a trad wife? She's a model who likes to make 12-hour bubblegum and she names her fucking kids after Oompa Loompas. I don't think that's like a big problem. Does that make you a trad wife? I don't think it does. You know what? Throw that up on one of the Papa Meats Oopsie Daisies. Right? We just picked up a fucking bouquet of oopsie daisies. That's what we plucked, dude. Way to fucking go. Put that one on us. God forbid a person gets into baking and wants 12-hour bubble gum. You spend your time however the fuck you want. That's what I gotta say. What the hell are we doing? As far as this content goes, Nara is pretty innocent. Yeah. It's bubblegum. Let's talk about a trad wife creator that's had a more turbulent history. Hannah Nealman, who's a TikToker with over 9 million followers who makes videos showcasing her homemaking and cooking abilities alongside her 8 children. And she's squirting them out. I wonder after how many children do they just start falling out?
Why did he have to use that verb? Why did he have to use... Oh, I hate that mental image. Oh, it's disgusting.
I'm pregnant. Oh, water broke. There it goes with it. On the ground. 4. I think after 4 kids, it's just done. Yeah. Yeah, because after a while, I'm like, ain't no way fucking Kegels are going to do anything, right? You've had 12 kids? Yeah. You should do Kegels. What's the point? Looks like an Arby's beef and cheddar down there. No! It's just a hot mess is what it is. She also runs a 328-acre farm with her husband known as Ballerina Farm. The name comes from her history as an experienced ballerina, having trained at Juilliard, a prestige performing arts school in New York City. That's also in Whiplash. That's where he drums. Juilliard.
That's where Adam Driver went.
That's where Adam Driver went.
God, I love that man.
I feel like once again, we're getting ready to walk into a trap of this has nothing to do with trad life stuff. Okay. Her husband, Daniel, met her at the age of 23 at a basketball game. Who cares? He wanted to get married to her from day one, but their first date came 6 months later. What the f does that even mean? Cut that. Who cares? Hannah was engaged after only 1 month and then married the following month. 2 months in total. And pregnant the month after. That's a fucking crazy 3-month stretch. Many people believe that Hannah's life is much sadder than the way it's portrayed on her TikTok. An article from the Times seems to tell the story of a talented dancer that had to throw away her promising future very abruptly, bringing Hannah's agency in the marriage into question.
Why is the dude a vampire though? His canines are distracting me. Like why is the dude just? Is this the Twilight sequel that everyone keeps asking for, or everyone keeps asking about? Did Stephanie Meyer have something to do with this? What's happening? Why is this man the vamp? What's happening? Well, I can't actually say the vamp because flappers and vamps were we can't discuss that.
The claims that Hannah was unhappy were also exacerbated by a particular video where she was given an underwhelming gift by her husband. What are we doing here? What is this? Are we a f***ing People magazine? Who cares? She gave up ballet, moved to Brazil so Daniel could work for his father's security company, and soon enough, they had 3 children. The horror. Hannah admitted to reporters that out of the 8 times she gave birth, she only used an epidural 1 of them because Daniel happened to be absent that day for work-related reasons. that is kind of fucked up. The one day he's gone, she's just like, please numb me up. While they are a Mormon couple that takes part in the traditional gender roles, they don't seem to identify with the trad wife label. Of course they don't. What? Can we include?
This isn't trad wife so much as this is just. Okay, look, if we're gonna be fair, okay, what state do I live literally right over, okay? I want you to pull up a map of the U.S. What state is Idaho above, okay? All I'm gonna say, okay? This is a thing that is incredibly normal from what I've seen around the area. Oh, God, man, I live so close to Utah.
This stuff, I mean, like, there's something that Ballerina Farm showcases that is much more realistic compared to others, however. And it's that their farm life actually requires a lot of labor. So they have to actually show a lot of the work. Once again, not sure how that really correlates with this deal. Is this just supposed to be like the trad life was forced on her? Is that the meme?
The story is she was a ballerina and then she met someone who wanted her to take a more...
Yeah, to be submissive. Have the kids, no nannies, no epidurals. Lots of Mormon stuff. Now, Nick, did you do
I didn't have to say it. He said it.
that too because did you want to save her?
Yeah.
Would you save a woman that had 8 kids?
Yeah. Come on, kids. You'd
raise them like that. Yeah, come meet my pups. Now, there are many downsides to embracing the trad wife lifestyle. That isn't just you have to make 12-hour bubble gum and wear 50s dresses and, I don't know, live on a farm. That's kind of the negative so far. I don't really know. Is you having fun with this video so far? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Video is a blast. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, people get to understand what it's like living so close to Utah.
Myself. Of course, for the right type of person, living like this can certainly make some people feel fulfilled and happy. Others look at it as an extremely soulless and repressive way to live. Those are judgmental people. Who cares, is what I say. Who cares, dude? Another woman named Anitza Templeton details the horrors of leaving a decade-long marriage as a trad wife in an article from People magazine.
We are People magazine.
This is Papa magazine. Come on now.
This is so
gotta get that branding.
I'm so sad. She voices her disgust for the genre of content. Quote, it's just a little dangling carrot to keep you trying to be this perfect trophy wife. She's beautiful. She has the children. She does it unmedicated. It's this stupid goalpost that's always moving. You can never reach it because if you bake the bread, well, did you use fresh yeast? Oh well. Did you mill the flour? Oh well. Did you grow the wheat that you milled? The flour? Did you mill the wheat? Did you what? Did you grow the wheat that you milled the flour? What the fuck are you talking about here?
She's complaining about her job.
No, have you not played RuneScape? Okay, you go north of Lumbridge. You got to cut the wheat. You got to make sure to, got to make sure to have a spot in your inventory for that. You go on top of the mill. You put it in the funny. You pull the lever. You go down to the bottom. You got to make sure you have the pot to put the flour in, because God forbid you got to go all the way up to Lumbridge to get the... No one's going to understand what I'm talking about. I'm just going to move on.
Yeah, I know. She goes on to criticize people like Hannah Nealman, stating, "You're not showing the full picture. There's a lot of ugliness behind the scenes. Who gives a fuck?" Regardless, this resurgence in online content promoting traditional marriage has started to influence young women all around the internet. Many Redditors have made stress posts about how people in their lives are buying into the lifestyle. Oh my God, Redditors are upset? No way! Well, who's worse, Twitter or Reddit users?
you know, hold up. Yeah, Twitter would be the clan, wouldn't they? But what is 4chan? That's my question.
God.
Isn't that a hard debate?
They're both on the opposite spectrums.
They're both, don't get me wrong, they're both just awful.
I feel like Redditors complain way more.
You think so?
Within their own communities.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
Well, yeah, that's the weird thing is you go into a Reddit deal and then they just bitch about the thing that they're supposed to be liking. I don't know. Versus Twitter, I guess it's just more like drive-by shootings. Oh, this happened? What a fucking idiot!
Yep.
That kind of thing. Things get even more bizarre when you see just how much men want a trad wife. Me, I do. I want that. Nick does.
I don't want that though. Like, are you kidding me? Give me the funny gamer girl who can clearly suplex me. Okay, I'm in, dude. What do I got to do? Okay, how many state lines I got to cross? All I'm saying. Okay, make this happen. Okay, we can make a little something happen.
Everyone in the studio wants a trad wife, right? Isn't that right, Nick?
Jacob has a trad wife.
Jacob does not have a trad wife. Of course, swarms of men are also being persuaded by this movement as well, despite the fact that there can also be downsides for men participating in this lifestyle. Name fucking one. Some men who were the sole breadwinners had their own fair share of stress trying to provide for their entire families on their own, especially in the modern times. And not only this, but often the stress can result in them working miserable jobs in order to keep things financially afloat. Welcome to the fucking world, dude. Thanks, Rockefellers.
Chat says I have to go across international lines. Okay, look, we've already established I can't go to Germany. Okay, if I go to Germany, when I make the round trip, I'm just going to be told that I'm not going back to the U.S. Okay, let's be real. Okay, no, Kip, you're not going back to the U.S. Why am I? Once again, why is my brain so Soviet today? I don't understand. Yes, come back, Kip. How are you today? Can't do a German accent now to save my life, but we'll have German muscle mommy waifu. No, Kip, you're not going back to the U.S. Yeah. I'll go cancel my flight. We've already established I can't go to Germany, okay? I go for Oktoberfest, I take one beer, I'm waking up, 2 countries over, okay? I'm waking up in the Swiss Alps, okay? Our family's already happened. I don't know how I got there.
Rich goons. This life can come at a cost of men not having deep emotional connections with their children. As a modern single-income family structure may require harsh hours unless you're lucky to work a high-paying job.
That's my dad. He was a manager at Taco Bell.
Nice.
Cool. That's awesome. Still, some are so desperate for it that they've even begun engaging in conversations with AI tradwife chatbots. I have. Apps like Character.ai show that men are creating their own versions of the perfect wife in order.
I couldn't do it, dude. I can't do it. I guess I respect it, but I can't do it. I don't. There's something about it that my brain just like, nah, this is fake. This is faux. This does not have the same meaning. I couldn't do it.
To indulge in this fantasy. Could you tell me you just love me? I feel like that's what it's like. Will you make dinner tonight? Sure. Oh, that's all I wanted. Oh, good God. Rye bread, 12-hour bubblegum. The character description for one of them reads, quote, "Her name is Amanda Melvin." Oh! She has traditional Christian American homemaking values where the man works and the wife stays at home and cooks, cleans, and tends to the children. She believes in the need to be an obedient wife and serve your husband's every need when he gets home from work. She believes women these days are too woke and need to revert back to traditional times where they had no rights. It's a powerful... That's a powerful text box. It does seem like the majority of these guys that are doing this, though, too, are just babies. I don't want to clean. You pick it up. Doesn't it feel like that? I don't want to cook.
I worked hard.
I worked hard all day. When I come home, I just want a hot meal and for someone to rub my feet because I work so hard. And a blowjob. Some men even go as far to use AI technology to redress women who wear provocative outfits online, pushing similar ideals about promiscuous women. How fucking cringe is that? Would you just cover yourself up already? You should.
Oh, darling, you can't show ankles. Oh, how scandalous.
Too much ankle in that dress. Cover it up.
This is not pre-watched. Same brainwave.
Isn't that supposed to be like possessive or something?
Yeah.
I don't want them seeing you like this. On the r/tradwife subreddit, a man posted about his desire to find a tradwife, and he posted, "Where do you women exist?" Like that, from Hollywood 1992. I wonder how old he is. I'm a 32-year-old man with a stable income and have been looking for a wife for a while. It seems that society is permeated with promiscuity. I just would love to know how and where to meet traditional women who appreciate a strong leader, would love to have kids, but I don't want to give my seed to anyone, and I'm grateful I haven't yet.
So your first mistake is that you went to Reddit.
Thank God I didn't give my cum to someone. Give me that back. You give me my vial of cum back. From my pocket, you vile witch. Get away from me. Please, I know you guys exist, but you're mostly taken and already happy. I know the first answer will be church. I'm not against dating a religious woman, but I'm not religious, and I don't want to pretend to find women. That's lame. Please help. Lol.
How much you want to bet this was written just for the shit post? Like the please help lol is the signifier that this everything above has all just been bait. Oh, that'd be fabulous.
Which the immediate replies in the post were users chastising him for having a Reddit history filled with video game, crypto, and related content, specifically tied AI generated images of women having sex while covered in mud.
Nice.
He's like, how you can see that? What, can a guy not get freaky with some mud? I like him in mud. I like him dirty. Now, like we always
gotta squeal like a pig there, Meredith. Well, sorry, let the intrusive thought win there. Oh, that's a kip out of context.
Do on this channel, let's try and end things off with a more positive story. Let's talk about the man who killed his wife for not being trad enough. We gotta do it to him. 38-year-old Lee Gilley was a software developer from Houston, Texas. He was married to his wife, Krista Gilley, who was pregnant with their third child. Krista was a physical therapist and a professor that placed high value in her career. Lee, however, had been revealed to have gotten into a little bit of odd beliefs. Part one of the newfound beliefs was that women were meant to stay home and take care of children exclusively. He was found to be liking pro-trad wife posts on LinkedIn.
Bro, okay, did I miss something the past, 10 years? I thought LinkedIn was, to find jobs and stuff, right? I thought, here's my resume. Actually, thanks for reminding me. I need to go on LinkedIn and actually take down my stuff because I keep getting people being like, yes, Kip real name here. We would like you for this position, except it pays, absolute dog water. No, go away. What do you mean? Wait, LinkedIn is an actual social media platform. I thought it was just for finding jobs. How does this pertain to jobs? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I know. There's pro-trad wife content on LinkedIn? What the f***? This is an excerpt from that LinkedIn. Quote, I no longer trust women in the work environments. He already liked it. Men are easy for me to screen because I'm one of them. Women, not as easy. Especially given how in modern times, they put their happiness before anything else, and it's not really obvious at first.
This is the same person who believes that, we're a family at the workplace. Well, look, you got to make some sacrifices. We're going to need you to work some overtime, okay? Boss, I've been here for 60 hours this week already. We're going to need you to work some overtime, okay? Jeremy's out again, okay? We're a family here. This is exactly who this individual is.
It's a like post. He's like, too true, brother. Too true. Why the f*** are they so happy? But then yet they're bitches sometimes. All right. Boop. Lee then allegedly killed his wife. That's a jump, Nick. From that one LinkedIn post, that's all we had? That's the only information we had? That's it? From the in-between? Lee then allegedly killed his wife before calling the police and claiming that Krista had just tried to take her own life by overdosing and that he was performing CPR. She was pronounced dead, but doctors quickly noticed injuries on her body that were not all consistent with Lee's story. In reality, there were sites of strangulation. Lee was charged with the murder of Krista and their unborn child with denied request for bond.
Let him rot.
This has got to be one of the worst videos we've ever done.
I was under the impression we were getting on a happy note. I feel like this is the opposite of happy. Feel like the depression succubus has just sucked all the happiness from me. Not even in the fun way.
There's so much. Whatever you see online, it's probably not real. With anything. Trad life, non-trad life, poly couples, all kinds of shit that we talk about. If you see it.
How dare you say that the polycube with 20 people, all of them having neckbeards, is not a thing? How dare you say that that's not real?
Online, it's people probably bending the truth in a way to make their life seem way cooler than what it is. Everybody does it. Just farted, but, yeah, that's what, you gotta cut that. Do not keep that. It is what it is. So I just gotta say this. If you want to fucking make 12-hour bubble gum and you're like, I just like doing what my husband says, that's fine. If you don't want to do that, then don't do that either. This whole trad wife thing, who gives a shit? I mean, honestly, who gives a but you're who cares? Oppressing women! I'm not oppressing women. I'm saying if you're a woman who doesn't want to do it, then don't do it! And here's another thing. If you're a guy who's just like, God, women are such bitches, I wish they'd just shut up. That's not a guy advocating for a trad wife. That's a guy wanting somebody to just like take care of him. He's a giant toddler. And he's just like, I wish someone would suck my dick and make me cookies. That's not a relationship, right?
What?
No.
So I'm saying that out there's probably traditional lifestyles that work for people, and there's probably people that are on the opposite spectrum, like maybe city folk or something, who are just like, you can never get me to do that. Ah, fine. You know what I mean? Whatever. Just do what you want to do and just shut the hell up about it.
Agreed.
We jumped way too far from the LinkedIn thing. You can't go from the LinkedIn post to the guy and kill his wife. We got to figure out our own thing. Here's a real news flash. We're restructuring this. That's the video.
I support trad wives.
Cool, that's the last thing that's I already stopped recording.
That was great. Honestly, yeah. I mean, look, if someone wants to live their life in a different way, go for it. Somebody wants to live the trad lifestyle, sure, awesome, go for it. You're all adults, you're all consenting, you communicate, you respect each other. Who cares? Bro, there are so many better things I can do with my day than try to be like, well, this trad wife thing is it's trying to be progressive and it's something. I have so many better things to do with my day. You, dear viewer, have better things to do with your day. At the end of the day, if people are doing it, it's all consensual, everything's fine, and it's not harming anybody, right? Dude, do anything else. Go outside, touch grass, go eat the grass. Okay, maybe not eat the grass because maybe someone, some dog did something on the grass. Okay, maybe don't eat the grass. Go touch grass. Go outside, have fun, do things. I don't know how else I'm ending this, honestly. Yeah, just live life in what way you can. Make sure you're being respectful. Make sure that you're being a legit person. And bye for now. See you in the next one.